Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am the host, the founding member of the Malaphusis Deck Creators Fan Club, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, thank you so much. You're too kind. Yukon Suckit. Tell your mom hi for me. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck off of AetherHub, once again, put together by Malaphusis. This guy has quite a bit of decks out there, each one incredibly interesting. Tonight's he calls it Elf Aggro. I'm calling it Elf Tribal, just because I love tribal decks. For those of you that have been watching for a while, I used to have three criteria for grading decks. And the third one right now is it interesting? It used to be, does it have a theme? And that's because I love tribal decks. I love it when there's a theme to it. It's like if it's a guild deck, I love it. If there's like all angels, love it. In this case, it's an elf tribal deck. And I'm a sucker for a good tribal deck. I like the way that the cards will come together. You feel like you're coming into like a Smurf village or something, and they get all super pissed off. There's a bunch of elves hanging out together doing elfy things, like putting leaves on their heads and stuff like that. All right, so let's take a look at the cards that are in this deck. We'll try to figure out how it's supposed to work, if there's any sort of synergies or anything going on, and then we'll take it out and see how well it does. What do we got in this deck? We've got a bunch of cards that I just really haven't seen. We got the Citanul Stalwart, which costs you 1 for 1/1. Tap an untapped artifact or creature you control in addition to itself to add 1 mana of any color. So I remember the good old-fashioned Llanowar Elf was 1/1 for 1, tap it for 1 green. Yeah, they don't give you that anymore. This guy makes you tap at least 1 other untapped artifact and creature to get 1 mana of any color. And that's not bad. It's just 2 guys you got to tap. Llanowar Stalker. Who is this guy? So we got another 1/1 for 1. And we know there another creature enters the battlefield under control. He gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. So if you can put out a bunch of guys, this chick can just go crazy on power, I suppose. But it's only till the end of the turn. You're not going to get pure staying power with counters. I'm surprised. This is green. Why wouldn't you be able to do something like that? But whatever. That's what she does. Tail Swipe. Your only control. Is that the only control we have? Pretty much. Tail Swipe. So this one is your creatures fight. But if you do it on your main phase, then your creature gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. And then they fight. Like with a big old tail. All right, Gala Greeters is the guy that gets you your life or extra treasure tokens or put a +1/+1 counter on them anytime a creature comes into play, and we have lots of creatures coming into play. This guy gets you 1 mana of any color, costs you 2. You could also use him to turn your lands into 3/3 elementals with haste. Quirion Beastcaller gets a +1/+1 every time you cast a creature spell, and when it dies, you distribute those counters amongst other target creatures you control. Yavimaya Iconoclast has Trample, which is awesome. And it's if you play it with a red, which you can create any mana color you want, really, then it gets +1/+1 haste to the end of turn. This guy's a lord and gives all your elves +1/+1. And whenever you play an elf spell, if you pay a green, you can draw a card. That is actually pretty excellent. All right, we got Brazen Upstart for 3 vigilance, and when he dies, you take a look at the top 5 cards, you reveal a creature card and put it into your hand. The rest of them will go on the bottom of your library, so that he can help you find the things you're looking for, potentially. Fleetfoot Dancer. This guy is so good. He costs you 4 of all 3 colors. What is that, Naya or something? Naya colors. And then Trample, Lifelink Haste is a 4/4. Yeah, you get a few of these guys out, 3 or 4 of them. Man, that is devastating having to hold up against that. It's really, really bad. They're not that expensive for everything you get out of it there. And 2 Defiler of Vigor. You are like the buzzing of flies to him. 5, and he's a 6/6 with trample, and at that point you can start paying the Phyrexian cost. That's funny, I hate Pain Lands, which the thing is loaded with, but I love Phyrexian spellcasting, and it's practically the same thing. But it's 2 life for 1 color. But anyways, and then whenever a green permanent enters, whenever you cast a green permanent spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So it's like you get him out, and you start playing the blood cost to put out Citanul Stalwart or Llanowar Stalker. And that's the reason why they're in there, is because they cost 1. You could play them for just life. At which point, then, if you've got the Loamspeaker out, you gain 2 life out of not that guy. That guy. You gain 2 life back. So what you paid into it, as well as putting a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, that's some serious mojo there. Disenchant, Pain Lands. This is good for basically, you say elf and you can play whatever. I'm not sure why you would care to do this. Green lands would be just as good for the most part. Seems fine. All right, in fact, it'd be better because then you could use it to pay for Defiler of Vigor. Yeah. So yeah, not a terribly complicated deck. It's mostly just get your creatures out, reap the benefits of them being out, and hopefully be stronger. So stronger, so much faster that you'll be able to wipe the other person out before they can do anything about it. True aggro deck. Let's take it out and see if we can make it happen, Captain. And we're playing against Nerfjose. Nerfjose. 1, 2. Let's keep it. Unfortunately, this seems like a slow deck, though. It's like 1 to get out nothing, 2 to get out Gala Greeters, 3 to get out the Loamspeaker. I could go for a little bit faster by going straight for the Loamspeaker. Let's go for speed, I suppose. This guy's got black. He's going to start killing dudes. Yeah, that's all he's going to do. He's going to be killing everything. Boom, 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 boom. Can we outrace him? Yeah, I'm going to go for the full kick. All attack. 9. And we win. Winner, winner, victory dinner. I'm playing against Kobold. Kobold. 1, 2. Let's keep it. Some painful lands there. I'm gonna touch a precious, 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 precious. There it is. Get your grubby mitts off my precious. Touch it. What are you gonna do about it? Look at me in that weird way you like to look at things. All attack. Go in there, elf friend. You don't look very elfy to me, Defiler of Vigor. Of Vigo. Eek! Kill myself is what I'm going to do. No attacks. Alright, so you can definitely do double strike. It pumps too much. Heck, it's here for a reason. Just no blocks were cool. Go for it, Jezebel. I'm going to touch the precious. I'm going to feed Hubert. I'm going to touch the rose petals. There we go. Once again, 2 more points of damage to me. Oh, that sucked. That just happened there. I see the auto guy just went crazy on me there. There's nothing but pain lands, man. That's rough. Touch the precious. I am the guardian of the precious. If you try to touch it, I will look at you sternly. Technically, I could put out Defiler of Vigor on the next turn, I suppose. I just gotta tap like 100 of my guys. Oh, I see. That only does still in defense.
Oh, yeah, and just moments ago, we learned.
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, let's see. Leaf Crown Visionary. It's gonna cost me something. Other elves get +1/+1. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's take the pain. Plus. It's funny, he's got one dude out, yet I feel like I've got no path forward to victory. Really, I'm just killing myself at this point. Go get him. All right. And I'm not casting anything at this point. Tail swipe. Suck it, sucker fish! What else can we get out of this deal here? It's gotta give me some life, potentially. And we win! Ah, victory! And we're playing against Wildstwawberries. Wildstwawberries. Alright, 1 and 2. We'll keep it. There's a lot of pain lands? Absolutely, there are pain lands. Let's elf it up. They don't even know what elf is, but that Eye Tyrant, that's going night-night. That's what that thing's doing. Alright, mono red. I gotta get a creature out so they can fight. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the... Oh, Beastcaller could have been cool. Well, I'll just have to suck it up for a little bit here. He's shooting. He's going to Crazy Town on me. What are we doing there? Some football gremlins? Auto pay, take the pain. Put out a treasure token. And no attacks. No blocks. Let's put out... Oh, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Earthworm Gym. Let's put out a little... That's still kind of dumb. I just auto-bait it. Alright, another Trap Treasure Token. This will get us into the Brazen Upstart. Or the Fleetfoot Dancer. I don't... Yeah, those guys are fine. We're good. Once they start gaining life, you are not going to like it. Alright, wow, still no land. That's crazy. Let's treasure token, I guess. Alright, 4 life for me. You're going to try to do the shoot 4 by killing your artifact. You got that in your hand? You really do as your last card? Ah, you're just looking for it. No blocks. That seems cool. Alright, there's a land. Auto pay. And let's gain some life. That would be perfectly fine with me. Alright. You were at 1. Can you do 17 points of damage. Maybe. Down to 8. And we win. Touchdown, Lava Bears. Our playing against JCarreras. JCarreras. Nope. One man is not going to do it for me. Mulligan. Keep. And let's just get rid of Vigo. Alright, I'm going to go out with a little bit of beef. No attacks. You can give himself a nice little treasure token. Here's a guy I don't mind killing. No attacks. Just got to get a little bit stronger before we go after that dragon engine there. Looks like we may not be attacking at all. So we're going to take out with a tail swipe the older dragon engine. Boom, boom! No attacks. We're getting close. He's just making a situation in which I got to play defense. This is ridiculous, though. All right, 1, 2, 3. Auto pay. Treasure token. No attacks. Like a nerd. That's a lot of those guys. Take out the creature, the cards there. Still take like 8 points of damage though. Alright, give me something good. See, this is one. I like him, but he's so expensive right now. Alright, so Gala Greeter can get us another treasure. He's going after it now. Good for him. Alright, I'm going to make him a little bit stronger just to kill some of those 2/2s. And we'll put out a... Yeah, I'll take that damage. Treasure token! And no attacks. We'll play defense. Let's gain some life. That sounds like a really good idea. Nah, I'm cool. I don't need to be sacrificing. Well, maybe a little bit. Sorry, I can't do that. Let's do it again. Maybe a little bit. There we go. That was actually well worth it. All right, let's cause some trouble. All you can do is chump block there, my friend. All right, there's 3 points of damage for each. You can kill... Oh, no, we would go after that guy. Okay, they're all a bunch of wussies now. Is that the deal? Let's take a little bit of life there. We do it again. Trample, trample. The thinner you spread it, the worse it gets. Down to one. All right, that is not a good position to be looking at me from. Look out! It's a dragon engine! You tried. Suck it! You tried to kill me? That's what you get, suckerfish! Alright, here we are with Elf Tribal. And once again, this was a clean deck. I mean, it was like playing with butter. I just didn't think I was going to be all that great, but it kind of has like one of those competitive deck feels to it, where it's just finely tuned for killing. So yeah, who was the hero of this deck? I'd like to say, I mean, it was Fleetfoot Dancer was the guy I was most looking forward to. Trample, lifelink, 4/4, haste. It was really, really good. As far as hasty trampling, lifelink, and you could just keep that stuff up. It's like no matter how much damage you were taking in, those guys were just raking it all back up. Plus they're dealing, four damage a shot. Not bad at all. The villain of this deck was the Pain Lands. I mean, the deal is I only had 8 of them in here. How many? I don't even know altogether. So we've got 12, 17, 18 lands. And no wonder why it seems so bad. But yeah, I was just like, Painland, Painland, Painland. I didn't think I had real lands in here, really. It was crazy because everything was costing me my life just to get there. But Fleetwood Dancer more than made up for it when he finally came out. Defiler of Vigor, loved throwing out the singles. And what that did for everybody, trample, trample. Bob's your uncle. Victory, right? Who else was fantastic here? See, I like Brazen Upstart because he's pretty awesome, being a 4/2. But then it's kind of like you wanted him to die, so you can go looking for some of the guys you kind of really wanted. You needed some extra mana. There you go. You needed Gala Greeter to get you some life. There you go. You want all your elves to be +1/+1? Lord it up, right? There you go. So this guy he was a real utility right there. I really kind of appreciated him big time. So let's go ahead and rate this deck up. The deal is it competitive? And I got to say, yes, it is. I'm in the 80% win rate right this thing. I mean, it has done a fantastic job. Is it fun? I mean, this is an aggro deck. It aggroes out. When it comes to interest, the only reason I found it interesting is because it was an elf tribal deck. And I remember the old elf tribal decks, they were devastating. But it's nice just to see all elves in play again and watch them be semi-victorious. I mean, having the Defiler of Vigor in here kind of defeats the whole elf tribal thing, but it's hard to say no when it's just a single, like there's two of them, and they do add so much to this deck by getting them out. So, so it's really Elf Tribal and their amazing friends, the Defiler of Vigor. Dun dun dun. So I'd say this deck isn't like fun in the traditional sense unless you just like winning. But it does have competitiveness and it is interesting, and that's what it's got going for it. So let's see. So I'm gonna rate this deck. I gotta say the lack of fun, man, that just kills me. We're gonna go with the A- on it. A-. It's an okay deck. It's good. It doesn't hold my imagination. It doesn't have any like real fun pieces that you're going to play. No synergies. It's just get a bunch of elves out, let them do their things, pay for them, and then overwhelm them quickly, I guess. So so it's a good winning deck. You should take it out. It's a good one to go with. But I didn't find it to be as engaging as I'd hoped. If you so choose to play with this deck, I hope that you had more fun with it than I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.